Good morning. Welcome to this short practice for back pain. This is something that many of us deal with at some point in our lives. I deal with it myself. I have some herniation in my lower back between L4 and L5. Some of you may also experiencing that. It's a pretty common place to experience herniated discs, especially as we age. Of course, there are a variety of things that can cause back pain, and some conditions more serious than others. So just know my back pain this morning is exacerbated, which is why I'm doing this practice. Just know that everything I offer, we're going to really explore this mindfully. It may not be right for you. So we're going to take our time, we're going to breathe. Think of this practice really as an exploration of what feels good, what feels helpful to me as I move, and what doesn't feel so good. And of course, we're going to avoid those things that don't feel good. Always, this is not a replacement for seeing your doctor. It's always good to have things checked out when you have pain, and maybe you already have a diagnosis. That's a great place to start. But these gentle movements can sometimes be helpful. So hopefully you'll find some relief here as well. You might want some blocks for this practice. I'm going to be using my blocks, blankets, a bolster or two, or maybe some. You don't have to have yoga bolsters. You can stack up some firm pillows or cushions, not the mushy kind. You want to have some firmness there for the end. So let's begin. All right. Come and meet you on the mat, and we're going to begin seated. I'm actually going to sit in the hero pose, which is kneeling. If you prefer to sit cross-legged or even in a chair, you're welcome to do that. I like to sit with a block right underneath my bottom, supporting me in between my feet. And then however you choose to sit this morning, finding a long spine. All right, that's the focus of our practice here this morning. Let's just take a few breaths to become present. And if you like, you can use Adho Mudra, which is the thumbs up, and just resting the hands on your thighs. You can even press down just a little bit gently. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders as best you can. Take a few breaths here to just check in with your spine. Notice how you feel this morning or this afternoon, whenever you're practicing. It's morning where I am right now. Each in-breath, imagine space, lifting and lengthening, spaciousness between the vertebrae. Each out-breath, releasing any tension in the muscles around the spine. Maybe noticing also how the breath may help release a little bit of pain or tension as you exhale. So just breathing in and breathing out. One more breath there, and as you exhale, letting it go. Let's bring the hands together at the heart. And as you inhale, lift and lengthen your spine, reach up to the sky, maybe even look up. And as you exhale, bring the hands back to the heart, take a little twist to the left. Really slowly notice how that feels in your back. Inhale, come back to center and lift up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring the hands down. Slow little twist to the right. You may notice if you're experiencing pain today, as I am, you may not go as far as you normally would. It may affect your range of motion. So breathing in, coming back to center. Exhaling, a little twist to the left. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling, a little twist to the right. time, as you exhale, release the arms down. Bring the left fingertips to the floor behind you, maybe taking the right hand to your left leg. And if and only if it feels safe to stay there, breathe in, sitting up tall. Breathe out, draw your navel in just a little bit. Release back to center. We'll inhale again, reaching the arms up. Maybe the palms touch. And as you exhale, bring the hands down, turning to the right fingertips to the floor behind you, the left hand to the right thigh. And take another breath there. Just exploring, lifting and lengthening the spine. Breathing out, drawing the navel in. Releasing back to center. We're going to lift up onto the knees now. So if that's not real comfortable for you, you might take a blanket and place it under your knees. I'll demonstrate that. Also, we're going to be coming down towards child's pose. And just know, especially if you are experiencing some back pain and less range of motion, instead of coming down and bringing your forehead to the floor, you can have a block there, maybe on the medium or the low height. And I'm also going to place a block again between my feet so that my bottom is something to rest on. You may or may not need that. So we're going to lift up onto the knees in line with your hips. Long spine, inhale, reach up to the sky. As you exhale, you're going to twist to the left, bring the arms down. And then inhale, come back up, reaching to the sky. As you exhale, bring your hips back down towards your heels or to the block, and your forehead to the mat or to the block in front of you. Now I'm going to lift up onto the medium height. I can't come down as low as I normally would because I'm experiencing that back pain right now. Just relax there. And when you're ready, inhale, lift back up onto the knees. As you exhale, turn to the right, arms come down. As you inhale, lift back up, face the front, and exhale, coming down. Bring the hands back down, forehead to the block. Take your time with this, moving slowly. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale toward child's pose. Put all the breath out. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, come back down. Rest here for a moment. Arms can be by your side, or you can come down to the elbows, palms to the floor if you like. Resting in child's pose. Notice how this feels. And then as you're ready, I'm going to slowly lift up to all fours, exploring a little bit of cat and cow movement. So as you inhale, lift your tailbone, look forward, arch your back. Notice how that feels. Does it feel good or not so good? And if not so good, maybe you skip that part. As you exhale, we can push into the floor with the hands, let the head drop down, look back towards your thighs, coming in towards a cat pose. Breathing in, look forward, arch the spine, lift the tailbone. Exhale, draw the navel in, look back towards your legs, puff up the shoulders a little bit. Stretching through the neck. Inhale, once again, coming into cow pose, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale. Looking back towards your legs, tucking your chin, drawing your navel in. And then coming back to neutral, maintaining a little bit of energy there in the belly, drawing your navel in so that you're not just kind of caving into your lower back. Let's do a little bit of strength here. Now I'm going to stretch my right leg back. Make sure your wrists are in line with your shoulder here. Draw your navel and lift that leg up. I'm not going to add the arm today because I'm experiencing that back pain. I'm just going to stretch. You could even, if you're doing this near a wall, you can push your foot into a wall and then release it down. Taking your time, stretch the left leg back first, ball the foot on the floor, stretch to the calf muscles, and then lift that leg straight back. Again, you could press your foot into a wall or just imagine doing that if you don't have a wall back there. And release. Take your time. Really important to move slow with back pain. Extend that right leg, push into that imaginary wall or a real wall if you have one back there. Exhale, draw your navel in. Release the leg down. Switching sides, take your time. Place that right knee down, extend the left leg back. Maybe your knee's a little more toward the center, not right under your hip here for balance. It might just be helpful. And then bring the left knee down, a little towards center. We'll replace it and extend the right leg back one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Place that knee down. Take your time, extending the left leg back. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring that knee back down. And then again, I'm going to bring my knees about hip width apart and come into a little hip circle. Just gently bringing my hips back toward the heels and coming up to the left. So I'm going to go around to the right, hips toward the heels and up to the left, just circling my hips. Notice how that feels. We'll do one more in that direction and then we'll switch. Nice big circles here. And then coming back to center, I'm going to tuck my toes under and bring my hips back. Get a little stretch into your feet here. As you're ready, we're going to shift into a lunge. So I'm going to come up, and again, I want to be really easy on the lower back here. So I'm going to come back to knee stand. Now there's other ways to come into the lunge, but I'm going to step my left foot forward from here very carefully. Notice I didn't do too much movement there on the lower back. And then I'm going to use my blocks today. I'm going to scoot my left foot forward so my knee is in line with the ankle. And then I'm just going to gently come into my lunge. Let the right hip open a little bit. Maybe as you start to settle in, and also feel free to pad that back knee again. I've already got my blanket there. You might be able to bring the blocks down to a lower level. Important thing here is just make sure your knee feels supported. It's not going up over the toes. We're lifting up here. Take your time and notice how this feels. And again, if this isn't feeling right for your back, you could come back to child's pose. If you like to lift up a little bit higher, you could bring hands to the front thigh and lift up onto that back leg. Maybe even reach the arms to the sky and look up. And then exhale, hands come back down. If twisting movements feel okay for you, you could take your left hand to the thigh, maybe bringing this right hand down to the floor of the block. Explore a little twist to the left, draw your navel in. The twist isn't feeling great to me this morning, so I'm not going to take it any farther than that. Looking forward again. I'm going to shift back and switch sides. I'm going to lift my hips back. Now I'm going to be really careful about not rounding into my spine. I'm going to lift back up, step the left knee back. Take a pause here. You're welcome to sit down or come into child's pose. Rest if you need to. Remember to take your time. When you're ready, we'll come back up and step the right foot forward. I'm going to find my blocks again. Take a moment to settle, knee in line with the ankle, not over the toes. Shifting weight forward, stretching the front of that left hip, lift up through the chest, look forward, breathe. And again, if this doesn't feel great on your back today, you can skip this one. It's feeling good to me, so it's feeling like something I want to do. Lifting up here, maybe bringing hands to the front thigh, coming all the way up onto that back leg, the left leg for support. You can reach to the sky or even look up. exhaling. Gently take your time coming back into the lunge, pausing there. And then I'm going to step forward. I want to come up to stand. So I'm going to tuck that back toe under. I'm actually going to shift my knee forward a little bit. Bring my hands to the front thigh. And then step up to a stand, finding standing mountain pose. So I'm going to turn to face you here on my mat. You can come to the top of your mat. Standing mountain. Check in again with your spine, noticing where you feel tight, tense, or pain or discomfort. And I'm going to begin right away here with my hands to the lower back, bringing my hands close together, rolling my shoulders back, and lifting my chest. Coming into exploring a little bit of a back bend. That feels really good to me. If it doesn't, of course, you're going to come out. Exhaling back to standing mountain. And from here, we're going to interlace the fingers, press the palms out, inhale, lift up. First time we do that, just stretching long, maybe even shift a little side to side. Find a nice tall spine. You can also turn your head a little bit here. And maybe lift up onto the balls of your feet if you want to explore that. Exhale, feet down, arms down. Again, interlace the fingers, press the palms out. Inhale, lift up. Root down through your feet. Feel how tall you are. Soften the shoulders. Don't strain the shoulders. Maybe come up onto the balls of the feet. Maybe not today. Exhale, heels down, arms down. And then once again, interlace the hands. Lift up tall. Maybe you lift the heels. Exhale, heels down, arms down. From here, we're going to come right into side bending, exploring this movement. Inhale, reach that right arm out and up. And exhale over to the left. Just slide the left arm down. Don't go too far. Notice how that feels. Inhale to come up. Exhale the arm back down. 2 more times on that side. Breathe in. Sweep the arm out and up and exhale over to the left. Feel a sense of expanding the right side of your body. Rooting down through that right foot. Inhale to come back up. And exhale there. One more time, breathe in. Exhale to the left. If it feels safe to hold this for another breath, you can. And if your arm is tired, feel free to maybe place your hand behind the head. Take a big breath into the right side. And exhale it out. Inhale, gently come up. Exhale, take a pause. Notice how you feel on that right side. And we'll do the left. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale over to the right. And inhale to come back up. Exhale that arm down. Again, second time, breathe in. Sweep the arm out and up. Exhale over to the right. Nice big stretch. Just let the right hand slide down. Root down through your left foot now. Inhale to come up. Exhale there. One more time. Breathe in. And exhale over to the right. Maybe you stay here for another breath if it feels good. Feel free to switch the position of your arm, maybe supporting your head. Breathe into that left side. And exhale it out. Inhale to come up. And exhale. Feel a sense of spaciousness here. And then once again, interlace the fingers, press the palms out, lift up tall. Maybe lift up onto the balls of your feet. And exhale. Heels down, arms down. Take the hands to the lower back one more time. Roll the shoulders back and down and lift your sternum to the sky. Don't take your head way back here again. Be very mindful about this exploration. Exhale. Come back to stand. Now, we'll explore a little bit of a forward bend. Forward bends can be a little more challenging with back pain. So again, we're going to take it slow. If it doesn't feel right for you, maybe you come back and do another back bend, if that feels better. We're going to do this with bending our knees a little. So we're going to inhale, reach to the sky. Lengthen the spine. As you exhale, bend your knees like you're coming to a squat. Notice how that feels. You might just take hands to your thighs today. You might have blocks if you want to go a little bit lower. And then slowly arch your back a little bit. Notice how that feels. Knees are still bent. Slowly start to straighten. Maybe they don't straighten all the way. Hamstrings might be tight. Maybe it doesn't feel good for your back. And if it doesn't, you're going to come back to that squat. And then inhale, come all the way up. Reach the arms. Exhale, hands to your heart. Breathing in again, reach to the sky. Exhale, come to that squat. Find chair pose, hands to the heart. Now, if it felt good for you, you can bring the hands back to the blocks and start to straighten your legs, coming into more of a forward bend. But mine is very bent knee today. I'm not straightening my legs. This feels better for my back. So take care of yourself. Notice what you need. And then coming back to that squat, hands to the thighs. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more time. Inhale to reach the arms. Exhale, just going to come to chair pose this time. Extending the arms out. Take another deep breath. Bend your knees. Find that squat. Bring the hands to the heart. Lift the chest. Draw the navel in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly come up to stand. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take a pause. Notice how you feel. From here, we're going to come into a warrior one stance and do a little bit of core work. Strengthening the core, of course, can also help our back. But again, moving mindfully, notice if this feels good for you today or not. I'm going to step my right foot back first, left foot forward, bending the left knee. Don't let it go out over the toes, just in line with the ankle is fine. If you need to take your right foot back a little bit more, you can. Hips are facing front. Inhale, reach to the sky. Now, if you feel a little off balance, you can always keep hands to the hips. Look forward. Notice how this feels. Lengthening the spine. Nice long spine. Now, as I exhale, I'm going to bring the arms down and hinge forward for my hips, looking down towards the mat. Really charging to that back leg. Spine is long. Inhale, lift back up. Press into the front foot. Exhale, hinge forward. Take your time. Reach the arms back. Strong legs here. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, knee bounce. Inhale, lift up one more time. Exhale, hands to the heart. Step your back forward. Shift your weight a little here. Take a pause, mountain pose. Notice how you feel. Breathing in and breathing out. And then we're going to step that left foot a big step back. Right foot forward, bend the knee. Depending on how deeply you're going to bend that knee, you may have to slide the front foot forward or the back foot back. Hands to the hip is more grounding. Reaching up is more energizing. Maybe you look to the sky. And then as you exhale, you bring the arms down and hinge from the hips. Bring the arms down by your side. Look down towards that mat. Charging through the back foot. And then when you come up, inhale, press into that front foot. Keep you steady, lift up. Exhale, hinging forward. Keep the spine long. Doesn't matter how far. You don't have to come really far forward. Think more about length and strength in the back. Inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, draw the navel in. Hinge forward from the hips. Legs are steady and strong. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Step that back foot forward. Feet can march it out a little bit here. Find that standing up. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Might feel good if you liked those back bends. You might want to take your hands to the lower back and lift your sternum one more time. Exhale. Release all of that. And we're going to come back down onto our mat. So reach the sky. Breathe in. Exhale. Come to your squat. We're going to step one foot back. Actually, coming back however it's good for your back. I'm pausing here to think about how I want to do this myself. So I'm going to step one foot back carefully and then the other. Coming back to table posture. And then from here, we'll explore a little bit of downward facing dog. If it's safe for you to invert, you could, of course, also do this at the wall space. Tucking the toes under, breathing in, look forward, arch your back again like cow pose. And as you exhale, start to lift your knees off the mat. A little core strength here. You could stay here, or you might start to lift your hips up and sink your heels better. I've got that blanket in the way, so make sure you don't have any props in the way. If it feels good, holding this for 3 to 5 breaths. Again, explore what feels good. Maybe it feels better to stay in the bent knee posture. What feels good for your back right now? Arms are strong, engaging those tricep muscles back and apart. And then I'm going to shift forward, bring the knees back down. And I'm going to slowly lower all the way down. I'm actually going to my side, keeping my spine long. Now, this is where, again, depending on what you're experiencing in your back, it might be difficult to transition onto your back. So I'm going to really take my time coming onto my side. And then I'm going to keep, for me, a little arch in my back as I come over. I'm actually going to lift my hips up to come onto my back and then place them down. Be really careful with that transition. Once you find a position on your back with your knees bent, hip width apart, with your ankles under the knees, which may sound like it doesn't make sense, but in other words, not really far away from you. You want the ankles right underneath the knees so that we can lift the hips up. We're going to come into bridge pose. So on an inhalation, reach your arms up overhead. Oh, no props there. Exhale the arms down, press into your feet, lift your hips up. Notice how that feels. Exhale the hips down. Go. Inhale, reach the arms over your head. Exhale the arms down, press into your feet, lift the hips up. Exhale, slowly lower the hips down, press. Once more, inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, the arms come down. Press into your feet, lift your hips up. Maybe walk the shoulders underneath a little bit. You can turn the palms up here or clasp your hands under you if you're able to keep the arms down. In other words, don't lift the hands up. Sort of a tripod here. Press into your feet. Notice how that feels. Strong legs. Neck is long. When you're ready to come down, release the hands. Slowly release the hips. Let your knees fall together. Walking the feet out as wide as the mat. Pause. And breathe. Good job. Notice how you feel. And then walk the feet back in underneath the knees. We're going to slowly, from this position, start to draw the knees in. But again, be really mindful with that low back. What feels good to you? I'm just going to take one knee at a time. And then holding my knees with my hands, my elbows in by my side as I exhale, drawing the knees in a little bit. You might explore rocking. If it doesn't feel good, it's not feeling good to me this morning, so I'm not going to rock. And then as you inhale, straighten the arms. Keep the knees where they are, so the hands are still there. Knees will move away from you a little bit. As you exhale, bend your elbows, draw the knees in a little bit. Only if it feels good. Inhale, let the knees move away from you as you straighten your arms. Exhale, bend the elbows, let the knees come in a little bit. And you can see I don't have my normal range of motion today. And then inhale, explore maybe straightening the legs. How does that feel? Does that feel good? Exhale, slowly bend the knees in towards your chest. Inhale again, straighten the legs. Just straight up, don't try to bring the legs in towards you. And exhale, bend the knees. And once again, you can rock or maybe circle the knees in opposite directions, which is going to get into your hips a little bit. Circle the other way. Slow, gentle circles. Notice what feels right for you. Bring my feet back down and to the floor and bring the feet close together. And then I'm going to let my knees come out into Baddha Konasana or bound angle. This is actually Supta Baddha Konasana because it's the reclined bound angle. You might want to place some blocks under your knees. So I'm not going to do that because I have to move. This is feeling okay right here for me. But you can have blocks under your knees. You can place your hands there. And again, notice how this feels on your back. If it feels good, of course you can stay here. If it doesn't feel good, then please come back out. Bring the knees together again and walk the feet out like we did earlier. You could even reach the arms overhead if that feels good. So it's really about when we have back pain, finding what feels good. This is not the time to challenge yourself, try to put yourself in the hardest position. It's about finding postures that maybe help get some of those kinks out or help you find ease in the body. And there may be times when we have very little movement that we can do at all. So never forcing anything. I'm going to bring my knees back together, relax the lower back, and set up for final rest. So this might be a good position. I'm not going to straighten my legs today because that does hurt my back right now. You could, of course, straighten the legs and put cushions, a couple of bolsters underneath to lift your legs up as high as you want to. Even having like a chair or something to place your feet on, like that would feel really good to me right now, but I don't have a chair available in this studio. I'm going to have to roll into my back and find my blanket because I didn't have any nearby. So I'm going to place a blanket under my head for supports. And then I have to come back on my back. This is the hard part for me when I have back pain. So lifting the hips up is helpful. And then placing them down, letting the knees fall together. Maybe placing hands on the belly or by your side. Breathing into those hands on the belly, feel your belly rise, and exhale and release. Take your time to settle into final rest. Bringing awareness to your back body and all the places that your back touches the earth. As you inhale, you might feel the back lift up a little bit from the earth. And as you exhale, you might feel it relax. Feel yourself supported by the earth. And as you exhale, let go of any tension, any tightness in the body. Notice where you can find ease. Is there any place in the body that feels completely at ease? Notice how that feels. And as you exhale, let that sense of ease spread through the body. And if this position isn't comfortable for you, find one that is. Take the time to find the most restful position for you right now. Maybe that's lying on your side or with a pillow between your knees. Let yourself find the most supported posture for your back right now. And then relaxing all the muscles of your body, soften through the forehead, the temples, muscles of your eyes, soften the cheeks, jaws. Let the back of your head be heavy. Let a sense of ease flow into the neck and shoulders. Relaxing the arms, palms of your hands, tips of your fingers. Breathing in deeply into the belly. And as you exhale, softening your belly, your ribs, your chest, letting the back body relax on the earth. Breathing into that back body, feel a sense of spaciousness. And breathing out, letting the back rest in ease. Softening through the hips, the thighs, and the backs of your knees, your calf muscles, ankles and feet. Let your whole body be relaxed and at ease. Breath flowing through the body. Slowing the breath down. And connecting to your parasympathetic nervous system. Rest and digest. We can only really heal the body when we're able to rest. You might like to breathe in through your nose and gently blow the breath out through your mouth, like you're blowing bubbles. Taking your time, letting all the breath out. And gently lengthening the exhalation. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Letting the body find a sense of ease here. And resting here as long as you're able to, letting your body relax and restore. Be a good time to maybe listen to a yoga nidra practice if you have the time. I'm going to show you how to transition out of this, but feel free to stay here longer if you like. So if you are ready to continue about your day, we're going to, just like we took time getting onto our back, we're going to take our time coming off. I'm going to gently roll to one side. As I get there, I'm going to lift my head up a little bit. Now you can place an arm under your head to support it. I want to gently come up with a long spine. So I'm going to use my hands here to press down. Slowly take my time, walking myself back up to a seated position. I'm not going to get my block this time, but just kneeling here. Again, checking in with my spine. Hands to the heart. Notice if anything has shifted or changed in your body, mind, or breath, especially with your back. Breathing in to lift the heart. Breathe in, bowing the mind to the heart. Thank you for joining me for this short practice. I wish you peace, I wish you health and